Morning, guys. Monday, April 11th, at the trailhead here for stage 2 of the Alberni Inlet Trail. It's pretty early in the morning. It's about 6:30. I just got dropped off here. It snowed last night, so there's some snow on the ground, which we're gonna have to deal with today. All right, let's get this on the road. I'm a little concerned about the cougars. Considering last week I seen a lot of cougar scat, a couple dead deer on the trail. So I just got a glimpse down to the ocean level. There's a massive fog bank. I got a feeling we're gonna be hiking through fog. So right now we're descending down to Underwood Cove. There's a view spot there. It's a little sidetrack off the main trail, Underwood Point. We're gonna go and check that out first thing this morning. One thing that's nice about the stage 2 is that there's not a lot of elevation like stage 1. Behind me here we have the remnants of an old fish farm. It was in operation a couple of years ago, but it looks like it's gone out of business. I was gonna go down there and have a look, but it's pretty icy, and it's really not all that interesting. All right, so when I was looking at the map for this hike last night, I realized there's quite a few geocaches, and I used to be like right into geocaching when I was younger. So I grabbed the GPS today. We're gonna hit a few of these caches, and I'll show you what it's all about. The fog's starting to break. It looks like it's gonna be a really nice day today, so I'm excited. Behind me here is another remnant of the old railway. They'd planned coming along this next route we're gonna hike, but they gave up in back in the early mid-1900s. They actually went through all the trouble of building this though, for no reason. But we'll keep on exploring. So I just downloaded this app. I actually have full service here. It's called Picture This, the Plant Identifier. Scan a few plants and see how it actually works. I'm pretty skeptical, but it could be good for a laugh. Stay tuned. So using the plant app, the first thing I scanned was a common huckleberry, and it actually came up with it. Coming up on a geocache here. This one here, we're coming up here, it's called Hotter Lunch. And apparently there's a steel thermos and there's a nice picnic table with a beautiful view. So I think we'll stop there for a quick little break. All right, so after like a minute of searching, I found it. Let's have a look and see what's in it. All right. A moment of truth. Double lid. Cool, we actually have a cool cache here. Oh, we got trinkets. So, we have some interesting glass things of some sort. Pencils. The rule of thumb here is, if you're gonna take one of these trinkets, you should replace it with something of your own. But quite frankly, I'm not very interested in these trinkets, so I'm just going to sign the logbook and put it back exactly where it was. So as I was just talking about the sun coming up over that hill, it's funny, I was standing there and all of a sudden I felt warmth on my back. I turned around and she's just cresting the top of that hill. Oh man, that sun feels so nice right now. Warm the old hands up. It was definitely below zero this morning when we started. It's nice. I'm gonna keep on walking. So I gotta say, it's kind of weird. Usually when I'm hiking, I'm just giving her, I'm trying to get from point A to point B, just get it done. In this section of the trail, it's like completely opposite. I find myself just like literally walking at a slow pace, just looking around, you know, and like ingesting things, and just taking, like, admiring the beauty of the place in itself. And that for me is kind of unusual, and I really like that feeling. Yeah, this is really nice. This section of the trail is by far my favorite. And on both days I've been on this trail, I haven't seen a single other human person. I haven't seen another single person. So it's 9:30. We've gone about just over 5.5K. Super slow pace today, just taking it easy. Super cold this morning. The sun's finally up, as you can see behind me. Everything's steaming. It's so nice and warm. So we just decided to stop here in this sunny little spot here for a few minutes. It's pretty cool funguses right here too. Do you guys hear that? Just heard an owl. I love owls, they're cool. We're not tired or anything, but we're gonna stop for a quick little break here. I found this beautiful spot. Have a look, you guys. So I'm down here in the creek bed. I've come across this specimen. Look at the size of this thing. It's gigantic. It is just so peaceful here, so quiet. Just walking through the old trees here, and like all I can hear is this gentle lap of water from the ocean below. So we've just arrived at the historic mile 134 creek. So we're definitely in cougar country again. Kind of got to keep our eyes open here and pay attention for a while. All right, so we've come to a pretty significant landslide here. It looks like there's a cave up there. I don't necessarily think I want to go poking around in it today though. Wow. Absolute sure cliff. So it's odd, the closer I get to the end of the trail, the further I feel from the world. The trail has taken on a completely new dynamic. I mean, seems like completely untouched, super remote, and just old. The forest here feels old. So this whole tree obviously slid down from somewhere way up there. It's pretty wild. All right, so the geocache here, it's called End of the Line. Kind of made my heart skip a beat there for a minute. It looked like the trail just ended, but on closer inspection, we see we have a little side trail here that's gonna most likely descend quite rapidly down to the ocean is my guess. Wow, this is crazy. I just started my descent down here and this trail is pretty sketchy. There's a giant root wad tree that's come crashing down here and just basically leveled the trail. So here we are at the end of the trail, just enjoying a cold Vancouver Island Lucky. Just reflecting back on the entire trail, stage 1, stage 2. Just gonna give you guys my thoughts. Total trail length, according to my GPS, was 27.6 kilometers. So leg 1, or stage 1, is a nice trail. It's definitely more physically demanding than leg 2. Stage 2 is a much easier trail. It's generally flat the entire way. There's a couple of sections where, you know, the cliffs and rocks have kind of given way and a little bit of slippery stuff, and there's a few chains and ropes used for getting through those sections. But for the most part, it's a much easier trail, clocking in at just over 10K. I think it's 11.2 to the sign here where I'm sitting. It's a much nicer trail. There's waterfalls, there's old growth forest, there's birds chirping, owls hooting, salamanders nesting in trees. There's beach views, and it just gives me a lot more sense of being remote. A lot less people. I haven't seen anybody on this entire trail since I started. So I just started this YouTube channel. Don't have that many followers yet, but I'm hoping to kind of pick up speed here. So if you guys could subscribe if you like what I'm doing, that would be greatly appreciated. Hit that notification bell so you can be informed when I upload new content. And if you guys have any suggestions on things you want to see, just let me know. Just realized that I guess stage 3 has been completed. The only problem I foresee is the fact that there's no bridge crossing the mighty Franklin River, which could be a problem. But looking at this map, it shows that the trail does in fact continue from here all the way into Headquarters Bay. And once it hits Headquarters Bay, it actually joins up with a First Nations trail called the Runner's Trail, which actually leads all the way to Francis Lake, which is a cool place in itself and another adventure, perhaps for another day. There's actually an old forestry camp there, and if you go there, there is remnants of the forestry camp. There's old dishes and pots and pans and wood stoves from the old cabins. It's actually a pretty cool place. So this is kind of giving me an idea now that if I can somehow get across this river, we might be in business for stage 3, and I think that's probably the next video that's coming your way. So stay tuned. I'm going to do some research, do some logistics, because this stuff takes planning. We're definitely not on your local trail at the Bird Hill, but stay tuned. It's going to be an adventure. Let's check it out.